everybody. Good morning. Yes, it's morning for me. It could be whatever time it is wherever you are right now. But for me, it's morning, which means I am in my post-yoga glow. Today I'm all bundled up because it's autumn. It's my favorite season. And it's actually chilly and crisp and wonderful, and I love it. It's my favorite time of year. And so over the weekend, because I'm filming this on a Monday, but whenever you watch it, it could be whatever day it is. But for me, it's over the weekend. Well, it's Monday. And I have been, you know, obsessed with Danielle LaPorte, like obsessed. Like it's really quite crazy. I definitely have I'm having a huge guru crush is really what it is. It's not a girl crush. And so I told you about the Desire Map book, which I devoured and devoured again, and I will devour again. And then I read the Firestarter Sessions, which is over there next to my recliner. And they were so awesome. I was bummed because I wanted to have a Desire Map planner for 2017 because there was still like, you know, almost 4 months left in 2017, and the planner wasn't available because it's time to, you know, calendars and planners and stuff are 2018 now. And I reached out to them on Facebook, and they were so sweet. They found me one that they still had, and they sent it to me. So thank you so much to the Danielle LaPorte team. You guys like just rocked my world with that. And I've been using it every day since I got it, and I would show it to you, except the camera is sitting on top of it because hashtag so profesh. And those of you who don't know me from the Mommy Gracie Show, that is our rally cry, because we do not strive for professional slick production because it's not something we're capable of, because we are hashtag so profesh. And I needed something to raise up the camera, and I grabbed the first thing that looked like it would be the right size, and it was the planner. So I also got, so this is the first book actually kind of in this sort of, it's not a series, but in the Danielle LaPorte universe. Gotta love this. This sweater is from Target, and it's like chenille, and it's got holes in it, and it's missing a pocket, and I have two of them. One of them has more holes than the other, and I love them. I love them, and I actually do wear them in public. I don't care that they have holes in them. It's comfortable. So this is the Firestarter Sessions. So this actually, my pen just fell out of it. I lost my place. And and so some of it is the precursor to the full stuff that comes out in here. But that's actually really cool, because as I was doing this, and we got to the part in here where she starts talking about, I'm freaking out right now because I lost my place. Let me put my pen back in there. Okay. I have pens in all of my books because I write in my books. That's why I can't loan my books to anyone, because they're filled with my life. So it talks about the core desired feelings again. Now, I had determined after spending a weekend at Great Wolf Lodge, which is, you know, where all mature adults go to have some deep introspection. You do if you have a teenager that you're not gonna spend any time with and your husband has to work. You end up with a retreat weekend. I'm sitting in front of a fireplace. It was amazing. So I came up with that, my core desired feelings. What do I want to feel? Why am I doing anything, right? Like, we do things because we want to feel something. And we have goals because we're trying to achieve something, but what we're really trying to achieve is the feeling that we get when we achieve whatever it is we're trying to achieve. And so the concept from Danielle is, well, figure out how you want to feel first. And then figure out what you can do with what you got, with what's available, maybe within what you already do, that can get you to those feelings. And so it's a very, this is some hardcore soul work right here. And it was amazing, 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 amazing. And if you're thinking, well, I don't have a weekend to go to Great Wolf Lodge, Melissa, you know what? If you have like 10 or 15 minutes a day, like maybe go take lunch in your car and read the book in your car in the parking lot. Believe me, I've done that. I've done that because I didn't want to I didn't want to keep going out to eat every day, but I didn't want to eat in like the break room with the people that I worked with, because they would just talk about work and like depress me. So I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go out. And then I would just go sit in my car in the parking lot and like read and eat my lunch, eat the lunch I brought in my car. And it was nice out. When it was nice out, I would go to a park, nearby park, and just like, I even had like a little blanket, and I would just go sit on a blanket for like half an hour, 20 minutes, however much time I had, and read or sit in the sunshine. So, you know, you can do stuff like that. Just because you're grown up doesn't mean you have to eat in the break room with everybody else. Don't care if they judge you. You have things to do. You have errands to run in the park with a book and a sandwich. So even if you just have that time, give yourself that time to spend with this book. I can also highly recommend switching out television time for reading time. Unless you're watching Supernatural, in which case, watch Supernatural. Oh my God, I just made my camera fall over. Hashtag so professional. So now I'm having my hot flash. I'm having my I drank tea hot flash because I'm 49. So my body temperature will just immediately rise. So, but find a way to do it. So I determined that the way I want to feel, and it wasn't what I thought I wanted to feel. So the way I want to feel from everything that I do, and also in the process of this, I realized that I try to do too many things. I've got, you know, you shouldn't have all your eggs in one basket. Well, I've got too many baskets. Like I can't carry all the baskets. Like I've got baskets hanging off my ears. Too many baskets. Trying to do too many things is one of the things that I figured out in this process. So I am, you know, just flinging baskets left and right. And but how I want to feel, regardless of what it is that I'm doing, whether it's a project, whether it's how I choose to exercise my body, how I choose to be in my marriage, how I choose to be as a parent, the end result, the core desired feelings I want to feel in life is I want to feel open. And open to me means that I'm open and receptive, that I'm fully open to receive whether it's God's grace or the power of the universe, and I'm open to whatever life, God, and the universe want to give to me. So open to me is about being receptive, and it's also about having my eyes open and, you know, not having tunnel vision about, because I can sometimes like have tunnel vision. I want to be open. I want to see all of the possibilities. And I also want to be open mentally to new ideas and to information, experiences, and opinions and things that might change the way I think about things. So I want to be open. I want to be open, okay? And I want to feel alive. And that was a huge one for me, and I struggled over that one. That one kept coming off the list, but then through this work, it kept coming back because it showed up. I kept writing it down. And alive to me has a lot to do with a change that took place inside of me, in my heart, in my soul, when MS took my legs out from under me a little over 7 years ago. And I realized that even though MS it's not a terminal illness, it's not life-threatening, it is lifestyle threatening, and it will change your life. And in many ways, it changed my life for the better. And I always like try to focus on that positive. But at the same time, I definitely realized, and this, just because I've said that I want to feel open, alive, and free, it doesn't mean that I'm like, you know, oh, I said it, therefore I am. But that I want to feel alive inside my body. And that I have lost that. I've lost that connection to that aliveness. And I just realized that my neighbors across the street who decorate for Halloween have eyes, giant cat eyes in their window. And for a minute I thought I was hallucinating, but I'm not. It's Halloween. So I want to feel alive. And in addition to feeling alive, also to me was about being a part of things, you know, because when you're alive, you're part of an ecosystem, and that I've been feeling somewhat of a disconnect. Like I don't feel like totally like a human, like a person. So that's what alive was. And free. Free to me is about, it's about financial freedom, that I don't have to be concerned about money because it's not an issue. Because really, actually though, money really isn't an issue. If money can fix it, it's not a problem. But I'm human, you know, I'm a person, I have a mortgage. It is something that, you know, I think about. So I would like to feel like free financially, like I have enough, I'm good. And also free to, like I said, I had so many baskets and I was weighing myself down with too many baskets. And my baskets and all of these things that I you know, projects and memberships and commitments and companies and YouTube channels and everything had started to become chains. And I don't want to feel chained. I want to feel free. And so that's, you know, helping me to make some decisions. When I look at the things that I do, I say, which one of these things makes me feel free? And which one of these things makes me feel chained? And, you know, and they all go back to each other, because if you're chained and you're imprisoned, then you don't feel alive, and you certainly don't feel open. So open, alive, and free, okay? Those are my three. And she said 3 to 5, I came up with 3. It took me a whole weekend to come up with 3, guys, so, you know. And then I was reading the Firestarter sessions, and I realized something that, if you're a woman and you're watching this, this might resonate a little bit more with you. But if you're a man, you might also go through this, and you might also be doing this to yourself, that I financially undervalue my abilities. I always have. When I've been absolutely a rock star in any position, I should have been earning way more, but I was often hesitant to walk into the boss's office and be like, dude, you're way underpaying me. And there was one time in my life when I actually did that I got, you know, I had my after just being a complete unbelievable rock star on the level of Freddie Mercury mixed with Paul Stanley, I got my increase, you know, I got my annual increase, and it was like 4%. And I was making bupkis to begin with. And this rock star thing that I did had nothing to do with my actual job title. This was additional stuff I took on. And I was like, I can do that, let me do that. And they were like, sure, take the ball, idiot who gets paid a pittance. But I was doing it because I'm gonna press the crap out of these people, and they're gonna, and then I get a 4% raise. And I went back, I was like, thank you. And I went back to my desk, and then I went to the ladies' room. And yes, I cried in the ladies' room, because there is crying at work, but we do it in the ladies' room. I called my brother, my oldest brother, and I was like, I'm floored right now that like they didn't recognize. And he's like, well, of course they didn't. And he's like, you took it too, didn't you? You said thank you, didn't you? And I was like, I did, yeah. And he's like, okay, here's what you do. You go back in there, you write down a number on a piece of paper, and you look your boss right in the eye and you say, I'm offended by that raise. This is what I want. And you do this, slide the piece of paper across, and I was like, I can't do that. He's 25 years older than I am. He's my boss. He took such a chance on me, even giving me these responsibilities. And my brother's like, no, he didn't. You killed it. You were totally capable of doing it. He didn't take a chance on you. He took advantage of you. And I was like, you know, they did. You're right. And he's like, the worst thing he can say is no, and then you get your resume out on the street, because there's no way you're staying with somebody who doesn't recognize your value. So I went in there, my big girl panties on. I know some people hate that expression, but you know, sometimes you gotta take off the underoos and put on, you know, the good underwear that make you feel good. Personally, for me, that's Hanes Her Way. They make me feel really good. They're really comfortable. So I put on my Hanes Her Ways, and I went back into my boss's office. This all happened like within an hour of him. And I called him up. Literally, he sits in the cube next to me. Called him up. I was like, Bob, when you have a minute, I'd like to talk to you. And he's like, sure, come on over. So I walk around the cube. I go in and I sit down and I'm like, Bob, well, no, first he said, you don't look happy. He knew it. He knew. He was waiting to see if I was stupid enough to say thank you and take that raise. They knew it. And that's the thing, guys. People expect women to undervalue themselves. And so they try to pull this crap on you. And also, if you're a man who maybe isn't assertive, or, you know, you're just the kind of person who, like, you know, just keeps taking on more work, never says, hey guys, come on. You just keep doing it. They just keep giving it to you because you just keep taking it. So I went in, he said, you don't look happy. And I said, because I'm not. I said, quite honestly, Bob, I'm offended. I'm offended by that raise. When the camera card fills up in the middle of a great story. So I told him, no, I wasn't happy. I was offended. Told him all of the awesome things that I did, why I was a rock star. And I said, you know, if you had to hire somebody from the outside, you would have had to pay them way more. And he did the, oh, I'm not sure that's true. And I said, I've done the research. I happen to know that it's true. And he said, what do you want? What'll make you happy? And I slid my piece of paper across the table, across his desk, and I said, that will make me happy. And he looked at it and he said, give me 24 hours. And I said, very good. And I went into my office and I was like, and in less than 24 hours, by the end of the day actually, he called me and said, it's done, which made me realize that I had way undervalued myself yet again. But it was still just a pretty honkin', almost double my salary raise. So that was pretty cool. Thank you to my brother Michael for that pep talk while I was crying in the bathroom. Thank God for cell phones. So I still do that. That was before 9/11. Which happened in 2001, it's 2017. I'm still doing it. I do stuff for free all the time for people. I spend hours doing research and consulting for people and I don't charge them. Do you know why? Because I don't feel worthy of charging them. Because I couldn't possibly, I mean, I'm not good enough. Well, why did they come to me? First of all, they came to me because they knew I'd do it for free. But second of all, they come to me because they'll very often start the conversation, you're the only one I can think of who could help me with this. My other favorite one is, Melissa, you know everything. Or, Melissa, you know everyone. And then I go ahead and I help them because I'm a good person. But really, it's not just because I'm a good person, it's because I'm afraid to say to them, I'd love to help you with that. Absolutely, my hourly rate is... Attorneys do it, accountants do it. My tax accountant is like, just like 2 seconds on the phone with them costs a fortune. And they're very nice people and they're helping me and they're very kind to me, but their time is worth money. Well, you know what? My time is worth money. You're like, what does that have to do with anything? I added a word. I have added a core desired feeling. It's fierce. Fierce. I have never described myself as fierce. Never in my life. Now, fierce women are scary. They wear high heels. They're very bold. Fierce women scare me. I actually want to be one of them though. I am a force to be reckoned with, but I don't treat myself that way and I don't value myself that way. Well, attention world, there's been a there's been a monumental tectonic shift in my brain and my soul over the weekend. And I will be glad to help you, be so happy to help you. And my hourly rate is I'm so proud of myself. So proud of myself. And through that realization and through adding the word fierce to my core desired feelings, like I never thought I would want to feel fierce, but I do. I do. Like if someone were to describe me as fierce, like previously I would have been like, oh, they think I'm mean. Now, I think if I heard somebody say, oh man, that Melissa Hunter, she's fierce, I think I would stand up a little taller. I would stand up to my full 5 foot 4.5 inches. I would. Yes, I want to feel fierce, because I think if you feel fierce, you feel bulletproof, you feel valued, and if anyone undervalues you, you have no use for them. You let them know. You speak out when people say, here's your 4% raise. You don't go cry in the bathroom about it. You look right back at them and you go, you're kidding me, right? we're having a little joke, right? You say it right to their face. I'm gonna be 50 years old. I think it's time to be fierce. And fierce women are very cool in a lot of ways. Fierce women are sexy too. And I don't think I've ever been sexy. I also find that word frightening, so that's not on my list. Woo! But yeah, so I want to feel fierce, because I think that's probably a really good feeling, and I've had glimpses of that here and there. You know, like I had that moment when he was like, you know, called me up and he was like, done, and I was like, yeah, you know. And I've had a couple of those moments in business where I've stood up for myself, and I've gotten you know, the money that I deserved, or I've won a major, you know, corporate battle for something that I believed in, and I want to feel like that all the time, you know. And I thought my fierce possibilities were completely over, because I'm thinking, you know, it's a little hard to be fierce when you can't feel your left hand, and sometimes you go blind in your left eye, and you can't stand for long periods of time, and you can't walk very far sometimes, and you need to take a couple of naps a day. It's hard to feel fierce, but maybe, maybe I'm thinking about that the wrong way. The fact that I'm still pushing and trying to carry 87 baskets and doing all of these things while having MS, and the way that I have pursued the treatment to try to heal what's been done to my body, I've actually been fierce the whole time. Holy crap, I just realized that. I already am fierce. Ooh. I already am. Now I just have to feel it. So I'm really excited about that. By the way, there's a 5th word. We'll talk about that on another day, because this is a really long video. But I also added a 5th word thanks to this book. So if you don't have the desire map, you could start with the fire starter sessions. I think that's a really good place to start. I am obsessed with the books, absolutely. I will put links down below. And I am just feeling really excited and stuff. So the next thing on my list of things to do is to take a shower before I make the pancakes, because not good. So thank you so much for watching. Please comment down below. Let me know, how do you want to feel? Do any of you feel fierce? Have you ever felt fierce? Are you afraid of fierce people? I don't know. Let me know. And I will talk to you again real soon. Love you guys.